The first and only governor's debate in Oklahoma took place last night. We have the updates. A new tradition for Norman brings different cultures together, and new test strips are available to address the rising concern over the fentanyl crisis. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Carolynn Felling.
And I'm Roddy. We begin tonight with an update on the Oklahoma governor's debate. Last night, Governor Kevin Stitt and State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister debated in front of a live audience and thousands watching at home. OU Nightly's Dacoda McDowell-Wahpekeche has a recap from the debate.
Yeah, I just got out of the debate tonight with Governor Kevin Stitt and State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister, where a lot of things were discussed, from scandals to just simple policies. Now, here's a recap from tonight's events.
The only business that is thriving under Governor Stitt's watch is his own.
I know the truth. She's not lying to me. She's lying to you, the public.
Executive session. The debate, moderated by non-docs Trey Savage and News 9 Storm Jones, started around 5:30 p.m. inside the Will Rogers Theater in Oklahoma City. Scandals like Stitt's Swadley issue, where the state is suing, or Hoffmeister's charges regarding her 2014 campaign that were dropped, was brought onto the stage. Hoffmeister addressed her switching political parties by blaming Stitt for hijacking the Republican Party.
I am aggressively moderate, always have been, and I believe in bringing people together, not what our governor has done, which is sowing chaos and division.
Now, Stitt addressed his goal of making Oklahoma a top 10 state by saying it will never be met.
Being top 10 is an aspirational goal. It's something that we're never going to hit, but it directs us.
After the debate, we reached out to Hoffmeister's campaign for comment and did not get them, but Stitt told us that he encourages voters to go back and watch the debate to determine who to vote for.
But I think it was very clear the differences between me and my opponent. She didn't answer a bunch of questions, which is kind of funny, and hopefully that comes through on the TV. So I'd encourage everybody to go back and pull that up and watch that.
In case you missed the debate between Governor Stitt and State Superintendent Hoffmeister, you can re-watch it before heading to the polls on November 8th. Reporting in Oklahoma City, Dacoda McDowell-Wahpekeche, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Dacoda. Today's been a picture-perfect day, but that will be changing this weekend.
That's right, Carolyn. OU Nightly meteorologist Coy Taylor joins us with the first look at the forecast. Coy?
Yes, Bella, changes indeed are on the way. We do have what would be red flag warning in effect for much of western and central Oklahoma, including Canadian and Oklahoma counties in the metro for tomorrow. So be sure to avoid outdoor burning. And the allergies come down. We were talking freeze weather to start the week, fire weather to end it. That freeze weather really put a damper on the allergy report. So that's the good news. Those will be on the mend here over the next couple of weeks, and we're expecting a nice evening. So get outside, walk the dog, get that exercise. 75 degrees out the door at 5 p.m. Clear skies, light winds. We're in the upper 60s by 8 p.m. Ladies, back to you.
Thanks, Coy. Tonight, a fentanyl crisis in the U.S. The CDC reports 150 people die a day due to fentanyl overdoses. Now, people can test substances at home for contamination. OU Nightly reporter Cameron Joyner is joining us live to show us how.
Yeah, guys, these are fentanyl test strips, and they're available for free at the Virtue Center here in Norman. To use one, you simply get a small glass of water, fill it with water and whatever substance it is that you're wanting to test, and then you simply add the strip. You wait a few minutes and you'll have your results. The Virtue Center says that not everyone is ready to stop right now, and their main goal is to meet people where they're at.
It's very addictive.
Fentanyl. It's addictive, dangerous, and easy to hide.
In this day and age, you don't know what you're taking.
Look at these fentanyl pills, disguised as candy, and it doesn't stop there.
And you might think you're doing heroin or meth or cocaine, but that might be laced with fentanyl.
Kloos Myers says the Virtue Center provides test strips
You just drop your little strip.
and Narcan in case of an overdose for free,
Look, this is confidential, no questions are asked.
so drug users can be prepared.
Our goal is to keep somebody alive long enough so that when they are ready to reach out and accept those treatment resources, we can get them engaged.
And Klusmeyer is living proof.
I'm a person who's in long-term recovery. I've had a drink or a drug since January 21st of 2015, and this stuff saved my life more than once.
He says that these resources give people a second chance.
You know, these are people who are struggling. It's okay that they're not ready. They're just not there yet.
The Virtue Center encourages anyone who needs help to reach out.
If you have a concern, either about yourself or a loved one, the Virtue Center is an incredible resource that we have here locally.
Yeah, guys, so now it's been over 60 seconds, which is how long it takes to get the results, and we can see on my strip that it has 2 red lines, which means there's no fentanyl contamination. Now, if there was contamination, there would only be 1 red line on this strip. Now, if you want to contact the Virtue Center, you can call the number on your screen. Reporting live for OU Nightly, I'm Cameron Joyner.
Thanks, Cameron. The state of Oklahoma executes another man on death row following his actions from 20 years ago. Mecca Thompson has that and the rest of today's headlines from the News Center.
Yes, Bella, this morning the state of Oklahoma executed Benjamin Cole by lethal injection. He was sentenced to death for the 2002 murder of his 9-month-old daughter, Brianna. His defense attorneys argued the 57-year-old man was mentally ill and sparked a long-lasting debate. Today's execution was the second of 25 scheduled through the year of 2024. A group of Iranian sports figures are requesting to be banned from the 2022 World Cup. Protests in Iran continue following the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini for allegedly not wearing her hijab properly. Current and former players say they would like to focus on healing in their country. And the World Cup takes place a month from today in Qatar. Liz Truss resigned as Britain's Prime Minister after serving only 6 weeks, making her the UK's shortest-serving leader ever. Truss's announcement came after her government went to chaos and mass protests broke out around the country demanding change. Another election is taking place next week with a new leader in place by the 28th. Bella and Carolyn, not sure if you remember Marvel's hit movie Black Panther, but an author says Wakanda might be a model for our cities in the near future.
Thanks, Mecca. I definitely enjoy cozying up to a good Marvel movie, but I don't think many OU students will be going to the movies anytime soon.
That's right, Carolyn. Find out what common illness continues to affect OU freshmen coming up.
And at another university, students are avoiding drinking their water. Stick around to find out why, next on OU Nightly.
The couch cough and the Walker wheeze are not new to the university. In fact, it's a well-known sickness. OU Nightly's Jimmy Wicks caught up with the students about the issue. Jimmy.
The couch cough and the Walker wheeze, 2 OU-specific dorm illnesses, and their reputation is legendary.
By no means is this a new illness. Both current and past students have encountered the famed sickness. And now, students across campus are feeling the effects of it.
Yeah, Walker wheeze, couch cough, all of them. So it's gonna come and go. So we'll see.
Have you avoided it, or you got it?
I don't know, to be honest. I can't tell if it's like from the partying and being at a new school, or if it's from here. But I definitely don't think it helps anything. So
like a horrible cough, like I guess like the Walker wheeze specifically. But yeah, like I don't know, just like sickness, like drainage and stuff.
And living in mold-infesting conditions can be more than a slight cough or wheeze. It can be very dangerous for your health. Registered nurse Krishna Horton warns students about the long-term mold exposure.
It can actually infest your lungs, and you can get mold spores in your lungs. So it affects your lung capacity. It affects your ability to oxygenate. I mean, it can, you know, mold takes warm, moist environments. You get it in a lung, it's going to blow up.
If you find mold in your dorms, contact Housing Facilities Maintenance to resolve the issue. Live from outside Walker Tower, Jimmy Wicks, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Jimmy. One university is working to clear up their running water. Liv Walbeck has that and more in Health Beat.
Health officials have detected lead in the water at the University of North Carolina. A professor found the lead in the library while conducting a summer project. Traces of the toxic metal have since been found in fountains and sinks in 12 buildings on campus, some of which are residence halls. The university says all pipes should be clean in the next few weeks. And a Nevada boy has died after being exposed to a very rare parasite while swimming in Lake Mead. The parasite lives in warm, fresh water and can only be infectious if it enters the nose. Doctors say it attacks the brain and wreaks havoc on the entire body. Anti-parasite medications can be used, but there is no guarantee victims will survive. And researchers are saying that sexual assault survivors are more likely to seek medical care than in years prior. A new study shows that emergency department visits were 15 times more likely in 2019 than in 2006. Greater social awareness and the Me Too movement may have inspired survivors to get help. Unfortunately, less than half of the emergency visits account for the cases that have been reported. And if you've ever wondered why you may be more prone to mosquito bites, new research suggests particularly fatty acids on the skin attract mosquitoes.
Thanks, Liv. And, knowing that, you might want to bring some bug spray with you this weekend.
Bella, you might just have to. There's a big event happening this Sunday. Coming up, learn what new tradition is bringing people in Norman together.
And fall weather is officially upon us, but the drought in Oklahoma is still a major concern. Coy, is there any chance for rain anytime soon?
Yes, Bella, we're monitoring rain chances as we start next week. The drought is continuing, though. We'll have an updated look at the drought monitor when we come back. Welcome back to this Thursday afternoon edition of OU Nightly. And as we head into this weekend, we are on record watch here in Oklahoma City. We are going to see unseasonably warm conditions as we had Friday, Saturday into Sunday with high temperatures in the upper 80s. And Saturday, our best shot for breaking the record set back in 1939 of 87 degrees. We're forecasting right now 87 degrees, and there could be some up potential on that forecast. So we might have a new record coming in Saturday. Live look outside over the South Oval here in Norman. It's a picture perfect evening, so get outside and enjoy it. Maybe walk the dog or take yourself on the walk. We have some mums blooming, trees starting to change colors. It is fall here in Norman, 79 degrees, sunny skies, light winds out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour. That dew point rather dry at 36 degrees, and that's going to play into our threat here of fire weather over the weekend. But right now we're in the upper 70s to near 88 degrees in Stillwater right now. Around 78 at Will Rogers and Chickasha, reading in at about 79 degrees. And in the west, the 80s, a little bit cooler as you head into portions of eastern Oklahoma, around 75 degrees there in Tulsa. So here's the updated look at the drought monitor. Drought expanding in the eastern half of the state. We saw a little improvement with that rain that we saw over the weekend in southwest Oklahoma. But here in Norman, we're under that extreme drought, and that's why we have burn bans in effect for all these counties shaded in red. But if you're not in a county shaded in red, please don't burn as we head into this weekend, as we are going to be seeing fire weather conditions return to the forecast. So red flag warning, meaning don't burn tomorrow between 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. for all the counties shaded in this pink color. That includes Canadian and Oklahoma counties here in the metro, and it's going to be fueled by the dry conditions that we have, the warm temperatures, and the future wind gusts. We're going to see windy conditions return as we go over the weekend. A little bit of an uptick in wind as we go to tomorrow afternoon around 3 p.m., 25 to 30 mile per hour gusts. Then Saturday, even a little bit gustier, between 30 to 35 mile per hour gust. And then on Sunday, the wind will be howling from the south to southwest. You can see upwards of 40 to 45, possibly 50 mile per hour gust as we head into Sunday. And we'll have a cold front sweeping down, bringing us rain chances. Lows tonight, 50s and 40s across the state. Then tomorrow, near 90 in the southwest, middle 80s here in the metro. And then our attention turns through the start of next week. You can see we'll have a storm system drop down from the Rockies into parts of what would be central Oklahoma, bringing us rain chances as we head Monday into Tuesday. And then here's one look at your 7-day forecast. 86 degrees tomorrow. That rain chance returns as we head into Monday. Ladies?
Thanks, Coy. A new tradition to celebrate different cultures is coming to Norman. OU Nightly's Austin Pratt has the latest.
Norman is home to many different cultures, and the city is creating a new way to interact with them.
Being able to celebrate those cultures, to really allow for, the visualization of what it looks like to hear that music, to see the dance, to be a part of it through food. It just really brings us together.
The festival aims to celebrate and educate Norman, but also OU, a school with more than 2,000 international students.
and really done in an intentional way because it's being held at Reeves Park, which is just, a few steps away from campus, because we wanted to make sure that the University of Oklahoma community had access.
Sunday's event will be the first of many, a new tradition for Norman.
Excited for this, but I'm also excited for the future and what this will build up to be years from now. So this.
I hear some future Sooners are facing off tonight in a high school football game. Addison Arthur will tell us what we can expect from these recruits coming up in sports.
That's right, guys. Denton Geyer and future OU QB Jackson Arnold is taking on Allen High School tonight on ESPN2. And Sooner softball might have played their hardest opponent all season. All this and more coming up next in sports. I'm Addison Arthur, and it's time for sports. The two-time defending national champs OU softball played their best opponent last night, themselves. They split up into 3 teams, Team Allo, Team Chamberlain, and Team Ricketts. The Sooners were fired up and hit 8 home runs. Team Ricketts came home with the win, and 2 MVP awards were given to Sanders Jennings and Riley Boone. OU volleyball fought hard but fell short in their matchup against K-State last night. The Sooners won the first 2 sets, but the Wildcats forced a fifth set and won 15-13. Savannah Davison had a great night with 17 kills and 10 digs. Their next match will be tomorrow in Fort Worth. Oklahoma and San Diego State announced a 3-game series in football for the future. 2 games will be in Norman and 1 away. OU Athletic Director Joe Castiglione said due to the future move to the SEC, there will be a shift in schedule changes. OU soccer returns home to John Crane Field tonight to battle the number 12 ranked TCU Horned Frogs. Tonight, the team will wear their new Unity uniforms that emphasizes the importance of togetherness and relationships. Kickoff is tonight at 7 p.m. The Oklahoma men's golf lost to number 1 Texas Tech yesterday in the Big 12 title match. But looking on the bright side, OU Golf was given $5 million for a brand new indoor facility. It will feature a world-class clubhouse with team suites for both the men and women's. There's a big game in high school football happening in Texas tonight between Allen and Denton Geyer. So big that it will air on ESPN2. And all eyes will be on this highly touted recruit, Jackson Arnold, verbally committed to OU for next year and is a 5-star quarterback. He will compete against Michael Hawkins Jr., whose dad played at OU. And another future football star for the Sooners is Jacoby Johnson. Johnson is a 2-sport athlete who's committed to OU. If you've been wanting to catch a glimpse of him, now is your chance. Jacoby and my Mustang Broncos play at Norman High tonight. There's no Sooner football this weekend, but that does give you time to enjoy some fall weather and maybe even head to the pumpkin patch. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Addison. I know I've already carved a few pumpkins myself, but I'm looking forward to some more fall festivities this weekend.
Yeah, Bella, and it might be the perfect weather to go see some live music. Find out where in OKC the spot to go, coming up.
I'm Morgan Martin at the OU Nightly Update Desk. New York City officials have identified the first 2 deaths of residents who tested positive for monkeypox. The deaths are 2 of 4 confirmed by the Center for Disease Control. However, the CDC says the rate of new infections are plummeting across the U.S. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Morgan. The OKC Arts Council organized an art initiative showcasing live performances across downtown. Artist Peter Marks performed today at the Murrah Memorial Survivor Tree with a message of hope and healing.
The Oklahoma Arts Council works to bring the arts and community together. And what a sweet way to enjoy this weather. Coy Taylor is going to give us one last look at our fall-filled forecast.
Yes, Carolyn, if you're headed out, you want to hold on to your hats this weekend. We're going to see gusty winds increase as we head over the next couple of days. High temperatures in the 80s, so it's going to be pleasant out there, but that wind's going to be really the bugger. We're going to see gusts upwards of what would be 30 to 40, possibly even 50 miles per hour on Sunday. Here's one last look of your 7-day forecast. Monday, Tuesday, that's when we're expecting some more rain chances. We'll have the latest on that over the weekend. Carolyn, Bella?
Thanks, Coy, and thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bella Roddy.
And I'm Carolyn Felling. Make sure to tune in weekdays at 4:30, filmed live from Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma. Good night.
And special shout out to our director, Junior. Happy birthday. Good night,
Happy
y'all.
birthday.